Warriors, rise. This is terrifying. And if you are the head of your household and you're not preparing yourself mentally, physically, and spiritually, I'm going to ask you to listen to every word I say. I'm not asking you to live in fear. What I'm asking you to do is empower yourself and understand that we are here to thrive, not to survive. Pay attention to what I'm saying. Pay attention. You currently are paying for your attention. My name is Coach JV. I am the top health, mindset, and crypto coach in the world. Remember, what you believe in your heart, you think in your mind, will eventually become your words and become your reality. If you can see it in your mind, eventually you can hold it right here in your hands. What you repeatedly do gets ingrained in your subconscious mind. What gets ingrained in your subconscious mind becomes an unconscious activity. Now, as I go through these videos today, as I present this information to you, I want you to understand that you have nothing to fear but fear itself. But this is a time right now, as you, as the head of the household, or somebody who is making that conscious decision to watch a video like this because you're breaking free. People say they're breaking free from the matrix, but you're breaking the matrix and the postage stamp that we've been put on through predictive programming and perceptive programming that the world is this way, but a very few control the many through the information, through the media, and through money. And you have an opportunity right now as the head of the household to take that opportunity to invest in the new technology to bring the money back to the people. But the stuff I'm about to present to you today can be very terrifying if you are not prepared, because you are being taught that you are not empowered. You are being indoctrinated into a system that makes you think you need to rely on something outside of yourself. So if you want to join the conversation, what we've done is we've created a free Discord. Half of my staff is in there supporting you into this quantum financial system to get to know, like, and trust us first before you join our Warrior Academy. Click the description down below of this video and join the free Discord. Do a service to yourself and get in the conversation. All right, we're going to dive right into this, Warriors. So the first thing I'm going to watch with you together, I want to give a shout out to Iris. It's Iris, Koh. Go check him out. He got this video clip that's very, very, very powerful. I was trying to find this actual video clip myself, and so thank you for him. I was watching all these videos, but you have to listen to what this gentleman said. Now, what is this? So I watched a bunch of these briefings. So this is the United Nations daily briefings, and this is a clip from the United Nations daily briefing to accelerate the 2030 agenda. So listen to what they say, okay? The United Nations, World Economic Forum, coming together in collaboration for the 2030 agenda.
This afternoon, the Secretary General and Klaus Schwab, the founder of the World Economic Forum, will witness the signing of a memorandum of understanding on a strategic partnership between the UN and the World Economic Forum, which outlines areas of cooperation to deepen engagement between the two institutions and to jointly accelerate the implementation of the 2030 agenda. This afternoon, the Secretary General and Klaus Schwab, the founder of the World Economic Forum, will witness the signing of a memorandum of understanding on a strategic partnership between the UN and the World Economic Forum, which outlines areas of cooperation to deepen engagement between the two institutions and to jointly accelerate the implementation of the 2030 agenda.
Okay. So hopefully you guys heard that. Okay. So now we're going to listen to Klaus Schwab, the head of the World Economic Forum. Okay. This was must prepare for an angrier world. This is a gentleman that they're teaming up with. Okay. Listen to what he says on the back end of this video after they just said the UN, okay, and the World Economic Forum are partnering together to move us into the 2030 agenda.
That certainly the health industry, the digital industry will go out of this crisis strengthened. But we know that many industries which rely particularly on physical interaction will have difficulties to survive. Finally, I just would add, I think this is an opportunity again to find solutions which are beneficial for the next generation. So why not to tie government aid to security?
Okay, this is important. He says, why not tie government aid to, listen,
green economy which we have to create? Why not to make sure that we revolutionize digitalize particularly our educational system. So we are here when we talk about the Great Reset to talk also about innovation. How can we do things differently from what we used to do? And if we speak about differently, it means also how can we do it to make sure that a majority of people are benefiting from it and not just a minority.
We started out.
Okay, remember, do what they say, not what they do, so that we can make sure that not the minority are benefiting, but the majority. But this group of people that go to Davos, they're all the minority that control the majority. Think about that for just a moment. Do the opposite of what they say. Now, what he's saying is we're going to use aid to move us into a green economy and a digital economy. So if you're invested in crypto and the right ones and fundamental cryptos, you could be one of the wealthiest people in the world. Not a guarantee, obviously, but you're heading in the right direction. Here's why. The first thing that President Biden, when he went into office, the very, very, very first thing that he did, he put us right back into the Paris Agreement. So President Biden sets 2030 greenhouse gas pollution reduction target aimed at creating good paying union jobs and securing U.S. leadership on clean energy technology. On day one, President Biden fulfilled his promise to rejoin the Paris Agreement and set course for the United States to tackle climate crisis and home abroad, reaching net zero emissions economy-wide by no later than 2050. As a part of re-entering the Paris Agreement, he also launched a whole-of-government process organization through his National Climate Task Force to establish a new 2030 emissions target, known as the Nationally Determined Contribution of NDC, a formal submission to the United Nations Framework, United Nations and WEFE right here.
This afternoon, the Secretary General and Klaus Schwab, the founder of the World Economic Forum, will witness the signing of a memorandum of understanding on a strategic partnership between the UN and the World Economic Forum, which outlines areas of cooperation to deepen engagement between the two institutions and to jointly accelerate the implementation
of the 2030 agenda. There you go. They're letting you know. They're telling you exactly where they're going because you're paying attention to all these narratives. There's tons of black swan narratives happening right now. This is a description of the Paris Agreement. I highly recommend you dive into this and understand what the Paris Agreement is all about. Okay, here we go. Predictive programming, May 8th, 2022. Energy Secretary explains why feds are spending $2.5 billion on carbon capture. Okay. Sustainable development. There's websites all over that you're seeing. They're building a new future. Zero carbon by 2050. The 2030 agenda. You will own nothing and be happy. This is the World Economic Forum who teamed up with the UN, who the president teaming up with the UN. And you come here and in 2030, they're showing you exactly what jobs will look like. Let's take a journey.
COVID-19 is one of the biggest crises of our time. It has impacted every single one of us, shaken our social systems, and disrupted every sector of our economies. The automation of work, combined with a global recession, led workers to lose their jobs at an accelerated pace compared to previous years. And this trend is expected to continue. The ongoing shift in the division of labor between humans, machines, and algorithms might displace 85 million jobs worldwide in the next 5 years, while 97 million new roles, ones that are more adapted to this new task distribution, may emerge. By 2025, companies expect to displace roughly 6% of their total workforce. 1 in 2 workers will need reskilling, and those remaining in their current roles will need to update 40% of their skill set to adapt to the changing labor market. There is a way to collectively benefit from these challenging times. Decades of research have shown that the most valuable asset of any economy or company is its human capital. Around the globe, companies are already experiencing a shortage in relevant skills for future roles and are investing in reskilling and upskilling their workforce. By 2025, organizations say they will train over 70% of their employees to ensure they can smoothly transition into the jobs of tomorrow. These include DevOps engineers, artificial intelligence specialists, digital marketing managers, talent acquisition specialists, and customer success specialists. It will take on average between 2 weeks and 5 months for workers to pick up new skills, allowing them to move into these new roles. But data shows they won't need to have the perfect skill set to start transitioning. While 2/3 of employers expect to get a return on investment in employees' reskilling programs within just 1 year, governments will also need to step in to update and fund education and training systems, and to ensure displaced workers have adequate safety nets. With purposeful leadership and collaboration, we can turn this global crisis into a unique opportunity to transition into a future of jobs that is inclusive, fair, and sustainable.
Okay, there you are, your friends at the World Economic Forum. When the government says we're here to save you, run for the hills. All right, warriors, here's my message to you. Here's my message to you. From my heart to yours, from my families to yours, I'm working to get my shit together. I'm not some superhero. I'm not trying to save people. What I'm doing is I'm personally getting my shit together financially, spiritually, mentally. And damn well, as the leader of the 3T Warrior Academy, I am fully getting my shit together. Health, mental, my activities, my behaviors. Because as a leader of a tribe, over 4,500 people that have gone through our Warrior Academy, it's very important that I lead myself well. I'm not asking you to trust a damn word I say. What I'm asking you is to trust the feeling and vibration it creates in your body and act accordingly. The feeling this is creating in your body should create actionable items that you can go out and activate for your family. Now, you don't have to have the answer or all the resources. All you have to have is the thought and the ability to think of an idea to create an idea. I'm a great example of that. I have dyslexia. I'm not the most educated. I passed I got my degrees and I went to executive banking school, but I struggled through school. I was a guy who didn't do well in school. I was an outcast. I was the black sheep. But I'll tell you what, warriors, I realized that if you can have a thought, God created it, you can activate on it. And there's resources all around you, like my 2017 members in the Warrior Academy, who are much better than me at the things that I do. But what I'm good at is leading. I'm good at boldly going out there and speaking my truth. And I surround myself with people that can help support the mission to move us forward. We are one ecosystem moving forward arm in arm, and we are one perception shift away as a society from this whole thing collapsing and bringing back peace and prosperity. Now, you can decide what I'm talking about with the whole thing collapsing. That is your perceptive reality and your choice. But you are a human being having a physical experience, and you have the right to walk, to talk, to think, and you as the head of the household has a responsibility to activate. You have a responsibility to activate. So now that you've heard this message, and now that I've given you this information, it's time for you to roll. It's time for you to activate. It's time for you to do something. Get your eating in order, get your heart in order, and get your mind in order. Stop watching that pornography. Stop playing excessive video games. Get your shit together during your 5 to 9, after your 9 to 5. Do something to move your family forward, to replace that 9 to 5 so you're not just over broke. You can do this, warriors. I'm speaking from full experience. I'm not teaching you or asking you to do anything that I wouldn't do myself. I love you. I appreciate you. And I want to get to know you as a friend and a human on this earth. Talk to you soon. Warriors, rise, get your shit together. Click down below, join the free Discord to get to know, like, and trust us. We'll see you on the other side.